Hey guys, Harry here and welcome to the first Premier League roundup of the season. In the background of the Call of Duty 4 gameplay, hopefully you'll enjoy. At the time of the video, the Chelsea versus Burnley game has not started, so I cannot speak on that. But anyway, on to the video. Obviously the main headline of the weekend was the Manchester United loss to Swansea. Manchester United were at home. It was Van Gaal's first game, but played very, very poorly with three at the back, using that system they've used so well in pre-season, but it just didn't work against Swansea. Swansea were so much better, they passed better, they were quicker. Man United lacked creativity and all round weren't very good. When you're playing Blackett, Smalling and Phil Jones at the back, who, don't get me wrong, will be good players in the future, but at the minute can't really lead themselves. You know, it's not going to work. They need a experienced defender, someone like Hummels, but I'm not sure he'll come to Manchester United. We'll have to see. They definitely need to purchase a player or two before the window ends, or they could be in trouble. Then moving on to the Arsenal game, they had a tough game against Crystal Palace, getting a winner from Aaron Ramsey in the extra time, I believe. Obviously Tony Pulis left by mutual consent 2 days before the game, so that would have affected Crystal Palace dramatically after the great season they had last season. Arsenal obviously purchased Sanchez and he looked very, very good. Lots of skill, lots of flair, lots of pace. Overall, it wasn't the best Arsenal performance in the world, but they got the job done, something they've been criticised for not doing in the past, not being able to see a game through. But they managed to do it this time and probably deserved it in the end. Then moving on to the Everton-Leicester game, which was a great game. It finished 2-2 at Leicester Stadium. You know, Everton obviously dominated the possession, as you would expect with the higher quality of players, but Leicester held their own. You know, they had a big crowd, very good atmosphere. I didn't see too much of the match, but I saw the goals, some very good goals. Aidan McGeady's goal right in the corner, the only place it could have been. Everton will get better as the season goes on. You know, they've bought a few players. They've bought Lukaku, obviously, for 28 million. He's going to be, in my eyes, one of the best transfers in the Premier League from Chelsea, because he's clinical, he's fast, he's strong, he's a brilliant striker, and with the likes of McGeady, Pina, you know, those great midfielders behind him, he's going to be scoring lots and lots of goals. And of course McCarthy and Barry will chip in with the assists as well. Then moving on to the two Sunday games, Liverpool versus Southampton and Newcastle versus Manchester City. Starting off with the Liverpool versus Southampton game, obviously Liverpool have bought 3 players from Southampton in the summer transfer window, so that added a bit of extra spice to the match. You know, they bought Lovren, Lallana, who's injured at the minute, and Lambert. Liverpool came off winners in the end 2-1, but had to battle very hard. It was quite an equal contest for most of the match. Tadic had a great game for Southampton. That's one of the players they've bought to replace Lallana for that extra bit of creativity. He was a very good dribbler, very good passer, lots of skill, so he looks like he could help Southampton a lot. I think Southampton will still do well overall this season. They've bought some good players, including Fraser Foster in goal, and they've also got some good players still at the club, like Wanyama. But as I've said, Liverpool won 2-1. Nathaniel Klein got the goal for Southampton after some great link-up play with Tadic, and Liverpool scored with Sterling and Sturridge. 2 decent goals there. And then moving on to the Manchester City-Newcastle game, the last one in this episode. Manchester City, obviously, they've got such a good squad. Their midfield at the end was... The midfield three was Yaya Toure, Fernando and Fernandinho. So much pace, so much power, skill, athleticism. It's just so good, and in the end they overpowered Newcastle. Although Newcastle looked good, you know, Cabella, Gouffran, who else was there? Sissoko, all looked good at times, although the finishing could be improved. But I still believe Newcastle have a good season, and I think their fans will enjoy this season. So that's the end of the video, guys. Tell me what you thought of it and the Premier League weekend itself. As I said, Chelsea game hasn't been played yet, but I look forward to that, and goodbye.